What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be doing another list of the best and worst value players for their position in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. So lads, this is the power forward position. There aren't a lot of terrible value power forwards. I'm just going to put it out there. There are not a lot of terrible value power forwards. Most of them are pretty good. So, there are 5 players here, but you could argue that the second best power forward in the game is number 5. And I will explain why this guy is terrible, in my opinion, is terrible value. But yeah, so now we are going to get onto it. First of all, again, this is purely value. This is how good are they compared to their MT, not if they're the best or worst. First up, we have got the man, the myth, the legend, Mystic Giannis Antetokounmpo. So, this Giannis here, because he can hold some of the shooting badges, is good. A flawless 10. Remember when people actually thought grading was ain't nothing a gimmick? My god, lads, my god, it was a gimmick. But so Mystic right here. 6'11", Mystic Giannis. He can't shoot. That's the problem. You might say, oh, I can agree with him. There are so many people who are. Everyone's so 50 with this card. When I play this card, I leave him open. I leave him wide open. And you're paying 300k for a card who's a shooting liability. I'm sorry, Giannis is going to have his time. This card is not it most of the time. Even Ty ran, as far as I'm aware, runs Dolph Shays over this guy. And a bit of a spoiler there for the best value. You don't see this guy being ran that often. If you look at competitive players, a lot of them are still running Dolph at the 4. And even worse still for casual players, not a lot of casual players are hitting with a 69 rated 3-pointer. So it's a card that is a skill gap card for competitive players that competitive players don't even like because he's inconsistent. That a lot of competitive players don't like because he's inconsistent. He's still the best power forward defensively in the game, other than obviously the other version of himself. So for that reason, he is only going in at number 5. He's a really good card. But you can't tell me that this is not a terrible value card. He's the most expensive power forward in the game by a significant amount, and he may not even be the best. At number 4, I actually kind of like this card, but he's just very expensive. It's Jamal Mashburn. So Jamal Mashburn, he is a pink diamond card, and I know he's expensive because of rarity, but he doesn't lock in for anything, so I do want to touch on that. If he doesn't lock in for anything, the rarity factor shouldn't play into account too much. But he's got some decent shooting badges. He's got decent defensive badges as well. Obviously, sorry, this is one with a bunch of badges added at 76k. So the cheapest one has got 11 extra gold badges added. It's kind of crazy. I'm not even sure if his defense is great. He doesn't get gold clamps, if I'm not mistaken. He doesn't get clamps at all. So man, that's actually a great value version of him because there's 50, 60k worth of badges put on him, I'd say. But he's got a decent 3-pointer. He's all around good stats wise. Honestly, does he just look like Sadiq Bey with some Hall of Fame badges? Yeah, he does. That is the thing. He does just look like Sadiq Bey with a bunch of Hall of Fame badges. But at the end of the day, Sadiq Bey is pretty good. He is good. But again, you can get similar level cards for 5,000 MT. And he is just very overpriced. Not a bad card, just really overpriced. Then at number 3 is a player that I really liked for a stage. His time's just not now. So he came out in the middle of October, and he was down at 40k when the guaranteed packs came out, and he's nearly double in price. And I don't understand why. A lot of times rare, you could always say rarity, but who wants this card? I'm sorry, but how this should not be a sought after card. He has doubled in price since the start of the season, since those Black Friday packs. He's gone off post spin technician. Whoop-de-feckin-do, there are about 5 people in the world that use post spins. I happen to be one of them, but I'm still not going to use Chris Webber. He's got a weird looking upper. I don't mind his release. He was the best big in the game for his time. He could kind of shoot the ball. He could handle it a little bit. His defense was mediocre. His rebounding was good. Well, his rebound chaser speed was okay, and his lateral quickness of 78 was pretty decent. But the guys we have now, I mean, he's not even in the stratosphere of Larry. Like, I don't even think he's better than John Collins. Just going to put it out there. I don't even think he's better than John Collins. John Collins got better defensive badges. They both have half rebound chaser. John Collins has a bigger player build. I'd take John Collins over Webber because John Collins can shoot from deeper and he's got one of the best releases in the game. Like, at 80 KMT, he's just not worth it. He is just not worth it, lads. And he's in here at number 3. And you might be saying, oh, there are actually 2 really bad players if Webber at 80k is here. One of them is this card right here. Blake Griffin. Signature signed. So Blake Griffin's signature signed is like 10k MT. He is like 10k MT, lads. I'm sorry, this is the cheapest first one I've seen under 10k ever. And you might say, oh, 10k is only 10k. He sucks. He's got posterizer, limitless takeoff, which you're not going to be able to really trigger. He's got only 12 golds, a bunch of bronze badges. He's still over 10k. He's got a 77-3 ball, but it's kind of hard to hit with him. Decent mid-range. Not a great post-game. His driving dunk is good, but it's hard to get him into a situation to dunk. Can't really handle the ball. Defense is horrific. Rebounding is below average. Speed's not even very good. And his lateral is terrible. He's awful. Like, he's awful and he's 10k. So, like, I'm not just... This list can't just be a bunch of guys, a bunch of pink diamonds that are overpriced, because if that was the case, then... Because that would make this list too easy. But I've searched far and wide for a guy that was absolutely terrible value. And other than, like, the current series, Giannis and LeBron, which you could probably argue over Blake, but... Nah. He's bad. Number 1, not even close. This is a no debate, do not question how bad. Oh my god, I think I forgot him. Did I forget this scrub, or is he a small forward? Okay, you saved yourself this time. You saved yourself this time. I was like, if I forgot him, if he was a primary power forward, I forgot him. It's Zion Williamson, pink diamond, number 1. You are paying 100k MT for one of the worst cards I've ever used in 2K. I'm sorry, like, Zion Williamson. He has got a bunch of, like, finishing badges, but you can't get to the basket with him. He's got, like, silver in a lot of badges. Silver quick first step. Got, like, hustler and bullet and gold, which is good. 6'7" for a power forward is tiny. But as well as that, he can't really shoot. He has a broken release. He can't really play in the post. Can't handle the ball that well. Doesn't play good defense. Doesn't rebound the ball well because he's got low stats and low height. He's, I don't know, somewhat fast with the ball in his hands for a center, I guess. And he's got lateral quickness of 80, which is terrible. Like, his speed to ball and acceleration, I'm pretty sure are similar to George Mikan's. And he's 100k. Like, if we're actually looking for guys to play at a similar level to him in game, no, he's better than those. Probably a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie, if you had to ask me who would I rather use, Zion, because like Josh Smith's clearly better than him. Zion Williamson or Draymond. I think I'd take Draymond. I actually think I would take Draymond Green over that Zion. And I'm not even joking. Draymond's fine. That Zion is a garbage man. He really is. Like, his release is... He is one of the worst releases. He might have the worst release in the game. I'm not even lying. Zion might actually have the worst release in the game. We could get a good version of Zion if they do what they did to him last year and give him Shifty, the Curry slide and Kobe release with his Dark Matter, but he's just not it. This card is just not it. He's the number one versus value and it's not even close. Now we are on to the positive side, the best value power forwards. And at number 5, we got Josh Smith. So Josh Smith is a player that still to this day, not John Smith. Josh Smith. Why am I scrolling through the Johns? That is not intelligent by me. So Josh Smith. So you're getting Josh Smith for like 5k MT. And I really like this guy. I still think he's usable. Like, if I put him into any of my lineups, I'd be confident that I could win the game. Like 5 100s. He's 5k MT. What you're getting with 5 KMT, and this one even has 2 extra gold badges. I want to see what the badges are. Okay, Posterizer, Rise Up, Slithery, Limitless Takeoff. Fast Switch and Ball Stripper. Did they come on? I get out of 2 extra gold badges. Or 2 extra bronze. What are 2 bronze? Drop Stepper and Break Star. No, I don't use Josh Smith enough that I'm selling to buy it to upgrade him. But you're getting a decent half badge, some decent gold badges, really good defense, a jump shot that is not great, but so many people green. Like we've all, like so many of us have used Josh Smith since the start that we can green with him. He can green. I'm sorry, like if you use a lot of Josh Smith, you know that he can green. He's got not great ball handle, but like block, steal, perimeter defense, and interior is still more than good enough to use today. Rebounding is solid, but he doesn't get rebound chaser, unfortunately. He's got solid speed and acceleration, not the great speed ball, really good lateral quickness. You can use this guy at the power forward or as a small ball center today. Do I think you'll have the most success with him? No. But like, is he debatably, like, depending on playstyle, he might be better than Wang Zhizhi. And if I'm not mistaken, did Dunktober not come out on the 1st of October? Like, I think it was the 1st of October. It has been 10 weeks and Josh Smith is still a usable card. This is going to go down. This is going to go down as one of the more iconic cards in all of my team. It really is. For 5,000 MT. Just even for historical reference, like for how good he was back then. It's worth it. Then we have got a card that I really like. My backup center. Jaren Jackson Jr. So Jaren Jackson Jr. Diamond. He's not that expensive. He's gone up in price. Like I did buy my one at 14,000, and he is double that right now. But I mean, I still think at 28k he's good value. I saw one earlier when I was making this list for 23k. So he's obviously higher value now than he was started day. But I reckon he'll settle at 25. But like, let's just say 25k. For 25k, you're getting a freaking good player. Like, you got half catch and shoot, corner specialist, hard defender, set shooter. As well as that, he's got a gold post spin technician, gold interceptor, gold intimidator. He's got rise up, limitless spot up, bailout. He's got sniper. He's got a mediocre release, a little bit slow, but it's greenable. He's also got 87 3 ball, 88 mid, 85 driving dunk. He handles it a little well. He's got that 43 steal, which is bad. Don't get me wrong, like that steal rating is bad. Like it is really, really bad. And like I thought it was gonna be a make or break factor for the card, and it's the reason why this card is not number 1 on this list. Honestly, if this card had an 80 steal, he'd be number 1 on the list. He's got really good speed and acceleration, not great speed, but and solid lateral quickness. Like because he's got interceptor on gold, good player build, everything about him is good. He would be one of the best centers in the game. Like if he had an 80 steal, he'd be better than Kevin Garnett. And I'm not even joking. Even with half interceptor, he'd be better than Kevin Garnett. That 43 steal just really, really kind of screws him. But at the end of the day, he's still number 4 on this list. And number 3, we've got Mr. Dolph Schayes himself. So Dolph Schayes, pink diamond for a buyout is great value. And Mass Dolph especially. So you might say, oh, they basically the same thing with blinders. No, there's a difference between these Dolphs. So with this Dolph here, if you look at his defensive tendencies, he has got 88 on-ball steal tendency, 95 block, and 95 contest, which are important, and a low foul tendency. With this Dolph here, if you scroll all the way down, you can see he's got a higher foul tendency, higher hard foul tendency, way lower on-ball steal, lower pass deflection, lower shot contest, lower block. So he's worse at everything. Although this specific one has 14 half badges. So yeah, this specific Dolph is better. But like for the other one, for in around 90k, between 90 and 100k, you're getting a brilliant, brilliant player. Like, is he an extra 10 to 15k? Yeah. What you get with Dolph is, you get, just going to make sure this is an off-rip one. 31, yeah, perfect. The gold badge is blinders. So you get catch and shoot on half. You get rebound chaser, limitless takeoff. You get corner specialist. He's also got a brick wall, post spin, intimidator, hook specialist. He comes with limitless spot up, blinders. Sniper, one of the best releases in the game in 38, and it's on quick as well, which is huge. 88 3 ball. Good driving dunk, good ball handle. Solid defense. Bad perimeter defense, but that doesn't matter that much. That's the least important to the defensive stats. He's got absolutely elite speed, ball, and acceleration, and he's got 89 lateral, as well as 95 offensive rebound, 95 defensive rebound. So, telling you lads, Dolph, Mass Dolph at 95k, he's a steal. He's a steal. Then we got at number 2, we've got a really solid card here. I got my one for like 68k or something. Like, I'm not even joking. I bought my one for so freaking cheap. Like, Larry Bird, there are just so many of him. Like, he is around, like, let's just say 70k for Larry Bird. There's just so many of them on the market. Larry Bird, outside of the 45 dunk, what you're getting is like half catch and shoot, half limitless range, half blinders, half sniper. You're getting like glue hands, all the defensive badges on Hall of Fame as well. He's got mismatch expert only on silver, but he's got, well, mismatch expert on silver doesn't matter on a 6'9" player, but he's got like a 95 3 ball, 94 mid range, bad dunk, but he's got really solid defensive stats, really solid speed, ball, acceleration, and good lateral quickness. And it's just something about Larry I like. I don't know what it is this year. Like, is Larry a 70k better value than Dolph at 100? For me, yeah. You might disagree with it, but Larry I think belongs somewhere in here. For this price, he's so nice. Like, there's a reason why you saw me, you're seeing me down under the 500k for the first time in a while, because I did buy a Larry Bird. You're going to see him in the next episode of the Road to J Rich. I haven't actually recorded the episode, so I don't even know whether or not he'll be kept or not. But at the same time, Larry belongs somewhere on this list. Maybe he's a spot too high, a spot too low. Well, he's definitely not a spot too low, but maybe he's a spot or two too high. But I'm cool putting him at number 2. And number 1, I mean, there has never been a more obvious decision in my life than putting Jonathan Isaac. Even if he's 10k, he's still number 1 on this list. So Jonathan Isaac, there's a reason I bought 20 of him. So right now, you're looking at 2,450. I bought 20 of them for like 900 coins. What you're getting with Jonathan Isaac, screw it, let's just compare him to Josh Smith. 27 golds. So badge-wise, he's better than a Josh Smith. Comes with like catch and shoot, pickpocket, intimidator, clamps, bailout, downhill, unstrippable. He's also got like bullet passer on silver. He's got hustler, interceptor. So he's just insane defender. 6'11", long wingspan. He's got no post game. He's got a solid 3-pointer with a release that's on quick. Great driving dunk, great animations. He's got a solid ball handle, insanely good defensive stats, good rebounding, no rebound chaser again, which is a little bit of a problem, but he's big enough that it's not as much of a problem as Josh Smith. He's got 87 lateral as well. Like, he's just a better he's just Josh Smith with a better jump shot, slightly worse post game and way better badges. And he is like 2.5 the price. And he also, like, the plus 10 3-pointer matters quite a lot. So, and Jonathan Isaac is one of the best power forwards in the game. One of the best small forward, power forward combos in the game. Like, there's a reason why, if you're looking at my team. Again, an episode running these guys will be out tomorrow. Reason why, if you're looking at my team, Jonathan Isaac's in here. He's still in here. And his spot is not really under threat. Like, his spot is not yet under threat. He's that, I enjoy this card that much. Like, I will be probably putting in John Collins. Like, I have John Collins. I could use John Collins. I prefer Jonathan Isaac. Although I do really like John Collins. I don't know. Next episode, we'll see. We'll see if Isaac keeps his spot. But I'm telling you, man. I am telling you, he's one of the best. He's one of the best power forwards in the game. And he's so cheap. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That is the video. These are the top 5 best and worst value power forwards. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.